Hi, we're Mix Ace fucking JC. So we're hopefully this all turns out fine. Uh, we're a non-binary queer plural system, and we don't usually do face cam videos like this, but I like it. So Ashton Daniel put up a video with a non-binary tag that he made up, and we're gonna check out their questions and give it a go. Because I don't know, answering questions about ourselves and just having fun with it seems kind of nice. These kind of like tag videos, I think they were originally called tags, maybe just because like when we saw them on Tumblr and we answered a few ourselves, but we always just reblogged them and invited our followers to answer them, but not like actually tag people in them. But the thing you were supposed to do was at someone and be like, hey, what are your answers to this? But we were too socially anxious to ever do that. Yeah. But okay, so question 1, let's do the basics. What's your gender? What are your pronouns? Tell me all your gender labels. Okay, so like we said, we're plural, and so there's a lot to get into there because we're a plural system that's made up of there's one of us called Nemi, which is usually sounds like this, and then there's one of us called Salix, and I tend to sound a lot more like this. I take on the higher pitches and whatnot. Yeah. We both strongly identify. Nope, wrong shoulder. Butch, extremely butch. And like, which isn't a gender, although, well, which isn't one of our gender labels, we'd say, but it's like, it is a label that we use that is frequently gendered, but like, yeah, we are a witch bitch. Some, like, okay, other gender labels that we like. So obviously non-binary. Genderqueer is one of those where it's like, we could be described as genderqueer, but it's not something that we actively call ourselves. Yeah, Butch. Nemi pretty well identifies with like girl, but spelled like with a question mark, which we've never thought about like having to actually say out loud. We've always just typed it, so that's confusing. But like, yeah, a lot of the time our genders kind of just align with our kin. Like, Nemi frequently goes by, creature of macabre and strident moonlight, which is part of a longer quote from a podcast we used to listen to called Mabel. I sure hope it's called Mabel. We just like railroaded through that, like forgetting 7 things along the way. Like, okay, our thought process there was like that one gif from the fucking show that we can't remember the name of, Wallace and Gromit, where like they're like riding a train and frantically putting rails out directly in front of the train, and it's like, oh god, that was what we just did. What were we talking about? Oh, creature of our of macabre and strident moonlight, because it comes from a longer quote that's like, we witches, we I don't remember. Monster, yeah, we like being monsters. Often we just say we're queer. Like, also we pretty strongly identify with being dykes. Yeah. But yeah, no, we're butch queers. I don't know. So we, as Mix Ace fucking JC, use they, them pronouns. That's XEY, XEM. It's like, they, them, themselves, their, whatever. It's take they, them, and just swap the TH for an X and pronounce it like a Z, and there you go. But Individually, we use Z and here pronouns. That's ZEHIR. I don't know how to explain that one. Our pronouns are, like, on our homepage. So, like, yeah, like, if you're talking about Salix, you would say, like, Z, and whatnot. Number 2 is, do you consider yourself to be under the trans umbrella, or is being non-binary separate from that for you? We fully no. That. Yeah, no, we're trans. We fully identify with transness. We consider non-binariness to, like, inherently be trans, but we also recognize that, like, binary trans people really screwed that up for a lot of people. A helpful piece of context is that we did not always identify with, or what, no, we just straight up were not always non-binary. Like, we fully believe that our history kind of goes, like, we were a girl at one point. Well, we were a girl, but everyone thought we were a boy. Then we grew up more, we figured out we were a girl, and then we stopped being a girl. Which is confusing. But, yeah. So we've got this whole mess of stuff there. And with that said, it means that we've identified with being trans longer than we've identified with being non-binary, and it hasn't ever made sense. We've never stopped being trans, right? Like, yeah. 3. How did you feel about the label enby? That's ENBY. Do you use it for yourself? Hell yeah, we're enbies. We really like using it, but we don't tend to use it. We just usually say non-binary people when we're talking about, like, non-binary people as a group, because we do recognize the ways that it can feel infantilizing for some people, but for us, we're enbies, and we really like that. 4. What song is your gender? Am I a boy? Am I a girl? Who cares? I think I'm just hungry. No, shit, that's not the right title. Hang on. This is important. This is very important. Okay, sorry. Am I a girl? Am I a boy? Do I really care? I'm hungry anyway. Which is, by In Love with a Ghost. We actually frequently use it. We might use it as background music for this. You'll see. But we frequently use that as part of our stream music because all of In Love with a Ghost, like, In Love with a Ghost, you know, gave permission for people to stream using their music. And it's a really good, just non-binary song. So that song is our gender for sure, but, like, we could also look at our music library here and pick out some others probably that are just especially us. Frankly, probably a lot of Ashby and the Oceans music. Oh yeah, Please World Be Nice by Ashby and the Oceans. That's definitely also our gender. Okay. Number 5. Do you experience gender euphoria? And if so, what causes it? Yes, absolutely. I think we probably, I wouldn't say we experience more gender euphoria than dysphoria these days, but they're pretty equal at this point. Like, in terms of things, not even we experience more of one or the other, but, like, in terms of the amount of things that could do one or the other, it's probably, okay. Honestly, our nails can be a real fucking source of gender euphoria. Like, oh my god. That's kind of the best. Our voice, actually, like, so again, like we said, we're a girl at one point, and now we're not. When we were a girl, we spent a long time getting our voice into a state that sounded girl to us. And that definitely helped. Our chest, like, no doubt about it. We've been on estrogen for a while, and It's good to have tits. Fucking. Oh, what else? What else? Like, there are definitely other things. I think for us, getting to just dress how we like helps a lot. Like, you know, weirdo queers that, oh, this fucking haircut that we did ourselves. Fucking, yeah, no, shaving off, like, half our hair and just being like, fuck it, fuck gender. That is definitely a source of gender euphoria. Like, are you kidding? So the lighting is purple right now because we wanted to be theatric about things. But no, it is just that color. It's blonde underneath. Yeah, no, but yeah, no, like the fact that I don't know, like, wearing super short shorts is not, like, it's not, I don't know if I would say it's full-on gender euphoria. It's just real nice. Maybe? I don't know. And really cute socks. They also might not be gender euphoria, but they're really fucking cute. So, number 6. What's a question you're tired of being asked? So, when Ashton made the video, when Ashton made, like, you know, their video of this, he actually, you know, did a statement instead of a question. And so we're going to break the rules too. And so our answer is, it's not a question or necessarily a statement. It's the expressive surprise people have when they find out that we're assigned male at birth. It's the fact that, like, people place a value and still make assumptions on that. It's genuinely really, like, ugh. Like, okay, we found it funny the first time, because the first time it was like someone literally pulled our pants off in a threesome. And then it was like, oh, huh. And we were like, yeah. And they were like, okay, cool. And that was, you know, fine. Like, this, you know, this was not a situation where that was going to go badly. No, like, yeah, it's genuinely gone from, okay, that's really funny that people make that assumption, to, like, oh, we went to a new HRT doctor and they tried to give us the informed consent form for trans men and FTM, hormone replacement therapy. Which, because it's one of those where it's like, you know, if we were still a girl, then cool, that would be like, oh, wow, okay, I guess I'm passing really well. I can weaponize the fact that I'm passing for whatever nefarious purposes I have. Or just, you know, get gender euphoria that I'm seen like a girl. But even then, not sure we would feel that way. Like, as non-binary people, but also just as people that are frequently frustrated with the way things just are a lot. Oops, too dark. There we go. As non-binary people who are frequently just, you know, frustrated with stuff, but also just as people who are compassionate for other non-binary people, whether or not we're binary, it's infuriating that this is, like, you know, still a continued way of gendered assumption. It's the, you know, if we got ma'amed instead of sir'd at a place, sure, even if it felt nice for us, it would mean that that person is still, you know, assuming, and that sucks. Just, yeah. So, assuming genders is the question we're tired of being at. I mean, yeah, we don't we don't get, like, questioned a lot because we just don't talk to, like, binary or, like, especially cis people that much anymore. Yeah. Okay. So, number 7. What outfits, accessories, presentations do you... What outfits, accessories, or presentations do you feel most yourself in? Is your style connected to your gender for you? Hell yeah! Okay, so this is absolutely an aspect of where the plurality comes in full fucking force. So the denim jackets, even, you know, like leather motorcycle jackets, the like you know, presentation with the shaved hair and, like, just going, like, it kind of extremely typical butch dyke to the point where we get, like, misgendered a bit, in the direction we were assigned at birth, and that sucks. But that is totally Salix's style, but Salix sometimes really likes, like, cute dresses that are simple and are, like, flowery. That's the word. Dresses that are covered in, like, flowery patterns, or just patterns in general that are really cute. Like, we had this one that we can't find anymore, but it had, like, a cute octopus on it, and it was, like, covered in letters and numbers, and it was a very, like, if we were an, like, elementary school teacher, that we would wear that dress, like, every Friday or something, and that would be the cutest shit. But that is, like, extremely a Salix thing. Whereas Nemi, if Nemi could get away with wearing a suit all the time, she would. But it's too hot here for that. So instead, Nemi is, like, well, the other direction is, like, cargo shorts and just, like, mid-length hair and being... You see now why we did this. I don't know, like, I guess she's more futch. Z's more futch. God, we misgendered one of ourselves. Oops. Yeah, no, I guess Z's more futch, and, like, it's kind of... but, like, no, these are totally connected to our genders. Like, the fact that Nemi is more adjacent to being a girl kind of comes into it. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, our style is definitely connected to our gender. It's, like, varying levels in different kinds of butchness, and it definitely comes with. And number 8, have you identified with different genders, non-binary or otherwise, in the past? Like we said, yes, we were a girl in the past. And then, like, right around the end of our first semester of school, we were just like, oh shit, we're not a girl. Oh, fuck. Where'd that come from? So are there gendered phrases or words that you'd like or don't like? Dude, gal, man, cis, etc. Generally... Okay. Yeah, all of them? Actually, yeah. No, don't. just don't. Remove us from the gender, call us comrades. Don't. Dude is only gender neutral if, like, okay. We strongly associate, you know, dude, basically all of these, dude, gal, man, cis, etc. Not etc, that's even in our username, fidget etc. No, we associate these pretty strongly with gender, and don't. Just don't. But number 10, what compliments best suit your gender? Handsome, beautiful, pretty, hot, stunning, etc. Remove handsome from that list and it's actually perfect. Like, beautiful, pretty, gorgeous, hot, stunning, cute. Cute is a big one. Love being called cute. Yeah. Uh, this is like adjacent to the compliments, but like, oh, well, no, like 100% take it as a compliment when people yell "I'm gay" about us. That's go for it. And then like also definitely also the tendency that people have to just want to get beaten up by someone pretty, like, okay, you're welcome to express that. we see it a lot on Mastodon. Number 11. What's your favorite gender-neutral alternative to commonly gender words? E.g., sib instead of brother or sister, mix instead of miss or mister, enby instead of boy girl, etc. Yeah, so, sib or... Actually, we usually just go for sibling. Mix is a big one. We use the honorific mix. We, always... Like, there are two ways to refer to us, and it's either mix ace fucking JC, or just AC, or ace. Okay, so multiple, but it's either you say the full name, including fucking, that's our middle name, fuck you, or you say, caveat, if you have to say our middle name, and you personally have a thing against swearing, you can replace it with your cutest alternative, like frick. But if it's for the if you're writing like news media, I don't know why the fuck someone would, but if like someone is writing about us in a setting where they are required to be professional, you absolutely have to use fucking. That's our name. And you can't just say mix ace JC. You have to say mix ace fucking JC. Referring to us as fidget sitter is also okay though. But yeah, so sibling, mix, using enby as an alternative to boy or girl is okay. Like, I'm trying to think of an example here, but like, one of the big ones is like, people have sometimes come to use theydies and gentle thems, which I think is really cute, but as an alternative to ladies and gentlemen. But also, like, I think distinguished guests is like a much more elegant way to put that. And especially though, my favorite thing is just calling people fuckers. Personal favorite for that actually is welcome fuckers and fuckers not. But yeah. No, I mean, really just anything that's not gendered. Like, just don't, just drop the gender and we're good. Just put the gender down slowly. Leave it. Okay, good. 12. Do you like the non-binary pride flag for yourself? Do you prefer the trans flag or a flag more specific to your gender? So, honestly, we really like the non-binary flag. I believe we have it on our base, which... Yeah, we have it. Yeah, we have the non-binary pride flag on our base. Yes, we like the non-binary pride flag. We also like the trans flag. And, like, we don't really have a flag more specific to our genders because our genders are, like, our genders are weird fictional shit, like, intentionally just weird queer nonsense, because, that's the intention. So yeah, we don't have a flag more specific to our gender, but we'd probably love it if we had one. I mean, that said, we have our, like, one specific area of flag preference, which is that we like the, there's a alternate design not trans, so, oh my goodness. So, we are lesbians, and we're huge dykes, and there was a whole thing about the lesbian flag being, so the lesbian flag that people were using was an edit of the lipstick lesbian flag, which was it's like all pink and has a lipstick mark on it, and people removed the lipstick mark called the lesbian flag, and there was some stuff about just, the fact that it's all pink, and that feels like a weird representation of lesbians, but and then there was some stuff about the flag's creator not being so great, and out of that there spun like a lot of redesigns, but in particular there are two major ones, well, kind of three, but one's like a simplification of the other, and like, one is like you take the original but you put orange stripes on the bottom or maybe the top, I don't remember, but the other one is like it's like God, I think it goes from top to bottom like purple, pink, yellow, green. And that one is our favorite lesbian pride flag. So it's like, it's not, a specific one to our gender, but we just like it. So, 13. Are physical and or medical transition important to you? If so, or if not, and you want to expand, do so. So, at this point, we don't even want to fucking call it transition. But reclaiming our body and doing stuff to it that is gender euphoric has been good. We've been on estrogen for over 3 years. Yeah, no. So, like, we do want to get genital reconfiguration surgery. It would be ideal. Just, like, it's pretty important to us, but also the access to that care has been shit. But yeah, no. Medical transition has been, pretty nice. It's pretty good. Pretty helpful for us. Being on estrogen has massively helped our mental state, and we're good. Like, we're happy with that. 14. Are there any non-binary people you look up to? If so, who? Sort of. But, like, we really, really, really try not to get into the like, try not to, I don't know how to word it. I don't know, we try not to look up to people in that sense too much, at least with people we don't know, but, like, basically probably the best answer to this is, like, all our partners. Like, everyone we're dating is doing really wonderful things, like, every non-binary person that we're dating is just really cool. Everyone that we're dating is really cool, but this asked about non-binary people, so. Number 15. How do you write non-binary? 1 word, 2 words with a dash? 1 word. We've written it as non-binary before. Non-binary? Is it like just specifically your gender does not align to, like, diners? Okay. Non-binary, yeah, we write it with as 1 word. We've written it with a dash sometimes. We don't write it with a space, but, like, we can see that. It's one of those where, like, in a situation where we were using it in a in a context where we were not using it in a context where people were not familiar with non-binariness, and especially, like, if the word non-binary hadn't come up a lot, and We wanted to make sure that like people who hadn't seen the word non-binary before, who used screen readers, could understand what it was. We would probably use the hyphen there. Because like on Mastodon, we kind of expect that given so many people are non-binary, that like when someone comes to follow us, if they need that to pronounce correctly and it somehow doesn't, like, there's a good chance that they'll find out or be able to ask pretty quickly. But if, like, you know, if we were writing like a paper or something, non-hyphen binary would probably be more guaranteed to read correctly for people. I couldn't speak to how much that happens, because all we fucking do is post on Mastodon and shit, but, you know. Number 16. If you are or were to be someone's significant other, how would you want that to be referred to? How would you want to be referred to? Boyfriend, girlfriend, they friend, partner, lover, etc. Okay, so our favorite there is sweethearts. Like, we love being our partners as sweethearts. That's very cute. We also like using sweetheart for other people, but Nemi is especially attached to sweetheart. When you're talking about Salix on her own, though, it's 100% fiend friend. Fiend friend is adorable and good. We just realized the lighting probably is shifting every couple of moments in this video. That's because literally our monitors are turning off and we have to shake the mouse. Yeah. Listen, you didn't come here for quality or like good production or whatever. 17. Are you out in your day-to-day life, just online, just to close friends, etc.? So, in our day-to-day life, we are physically disabled. See the wheelchair back there. And we are stuck living with our parents. Our parents are fine with us being non-binary, although the extent to which we're out, you know, like, we use they, them pronouns around our parents because it's just not worth the effort to teach our cis parents about neopronouns, even though they're accepting. Our little sister's probably a lot more luck there. But, like, so yes, in that, like, the only people we ever physically get to be around, we're out to. But we're not out as plural to them, for example, and that, you know, massively impacts how they see us and our gender. We usually just say, like, I think that when we present ourselves as out to our parents, it's best expressed as just, like, a gender to them, because I don't think they get, like, anything else, frankly. But, like, online and to close friends and partners that we sometimes get to see in physical space, 100% completely out. We're just like, hi, we're non-binary. Every time we match with someone on OkCupid, we have this, like, so our OkCupid profile does list our pronouns and our thing, but, like, every time we match with someone on OkCupid, we, like, have this thing where, like, we try to come out to them as plural, but most of the time what we end up doing is accidentally using we instead of I, and then, like, it just kind of slips and falls out of us, and either they ask us about it, or we're just like, oh shit, sorry, sometimes we use plural first person pronouns. Look, it's the royal we. We're a disaster. We're extremely disaster dykes. We've always said disaster lesbians and never disaster dykes, and holy shit, disaster dykes. It sounds like Rescue Rangers. Oh my god. Disaster dykes. We're gonna, like, disaster lesbian sounds like you just tripped and fell but your shoelace got caught on a cabinet, and you pulled open the cabinet, and everything was delicately stacked in the cabinet, so everything just fell out of the cabinet. And also, one of the things in the cabinet was, like, a bag of rice, and so the rice, like, somehow cuts, like, the bag cuts open on the way out of the, and so you're just laying there on the kitchen floor, your shoes untied, and you're laying with a pile of rice on top of you and, like, 5 pots and pans. Whereas Disaster Dykes sounds like you just walked in the door to see that happen and like, waved a fucking wand and it all reversed. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Where did we... I don't... Okay. 18. Are there any silly non-binary stereotypes that you embrace? E.g. pride flag stuff, colored hair, liking plants, cats, whatever else. Literally all of those apply to us. Like, gonna keep messing that up. Okay, so we're wearing a pride flag wristband right now. It's just a rainbow wristband that we got at school. Obviously, we cover ourselves in good patches. There's 2 on the back of our jacket as well that say, sex work is real work and trans rights are human rights. But yeah, obviously that. Both of our laptops are covered in pride stickers. We were carrying around pride flag stuff for a while. Like we always carried around a pronoun pin because that was useful. Obviously the colored hair. We love plants. We have a bunch of plants, and they are our lesbian daughters. We have 3 cats, but one of them is, like, ours for when we take home, for when we move out, like, officially and move to somewhere that, you know, we can have a cat. Like, if we could have brought our cat to college, we would have, but, you know. So yes, basically. Given that we are otherkin plural queers, we have fully embraced just being like, yeah, we're the Tumblr queers that the fucking assholes on shitty websites get mad about. Like, we're 100% that. We're 100% that. So yeah, it's great. Number 19. Does the word queer fit you if you do you use it for yourself? How many times have we said the word queer this? Yes, we're queer. We're fucking queer. We're extremely queer. We're queer as fuck. It's pretty fucking great. And number 20. This isn't non-binary related, but I just think it's a cool question. If you could go to any concert of any band, artist, performer, living or dead, what's the lineup? Okay, so first things first. We've never been to a concert that wasn't either, like, that basically wasn't a school band thing that we were either in or our sisters were in. Like, we have gone, you know, we were in high school marching band and then in concert band and then, like, choir too. But point being, we've never actually been to, like, a music concert that is, like, not, you know, a high school band thing. Wait. No. We've been to an orchestra concert for a girl that we liked in college, who was pretty cool. Yeah. So, that said, all we're going on is that, like, Ashton said that, like, he was envisioning, like, you know, 3 whatchamacallits, like 3 artists. So, living or dead, we're gonna also assume don't have to actually currently be playing, because that way it's easier. So we are gonna make it non-binary related because we're pretty sure. Actually, we're not sure. But we are going to make it more non-binary related, and that most of the artists that we give are going to be non-binary. So, Ashby in the Oceans, which was Ash Barker's band that I like. Yeah, she's real cool. So Ashby in the Oceans, Powder Paint. We were really tempted to answer this question actually with Powder Paint, and then just like both the members of Powder Paint separately. But Ashby in the Ocean's Powder Paint, and we had a third answer and then forgot it, so please excuse us while we look at our phone's music for like Pastel Hand Grenade, Maxie Satan's thing. Yeah. Okay. So Pastel Hand Grenade, Ashby in the Oceans, and Powder Paint, which is extremely like just there's the it's just extremely our like, okay, you gave us all these options, so here's it, just like, yeah, it's basically our answer is just extremely like some queer music that we've listened to, and yeah, I don't know. It's like we just listed like a majority of the music on our phone in that listing. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you're wondering why we're imprisoned in a box that looks like glitch art, well, one, it is glitch art. We made it. And second of all, because we felt like it. Because the full screen webcam would be weird. Aww. We like being in a square. It's cute. But yeah, so we're Mixace fucking JC. I don't know if we'll do more videos like this in the future, but it was super fun actually. So yeah, we will. Hell yeah, we will. You can find you can go to ac.youre.garden, that's acey.eeri.garden, to find like our stuff, like our website with all of our stuff. We've got a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah, you can go to ac.erie.garden, and we have a Patreon, patreon.com/fidgetcetera. That's FIDGETCET. Wait, FIDGCETERA. Ah, okay, Jesus. And there you will get absolutely nothing for giving us money. But like you will get us having like an internal crisis about the fact that people are giving us money to survive. And also the knowledge that you're supporting disabled queers who like don't like have the income to move out of a household with some honestly not great family situations going on. So like it's up to you, but we'd appreciate the help. If like honestly, if we get more on Patreon, we might be more up to like actually making more videos, so it wouldn't be like you're directly getting some exclusive benefit, but you'd be benefiting everyone by giving us money to make silly videos. You'd be benefiting us at least. I don't know, maybe that'd be nice for you, who knows. Yeah, we want to do more silly things like this, so yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.